What's going on, y'all? Hope everybody doing all right at this point in time. Hey, listen, this is DjRon, the classic DJ from the Bay, coming at you again with just another episode of The Dilemma of a Good Man. And as I get ready to do it, I just want to just share this part with you. Well, you know what? Let's just go ahead and get into it. This particular one is called Lose to Win. That's lose to win. You know, sometimes in order to win, you have to lose. And more often than not, it's in the losing where you actually win, because you learn a whole lot more about what to do, how to do, and most important, what not to do. You get what I mean? It's a matter, and here's the thing about it is that, let me slow down a little bit, right? So I can enunciate the words well. The thing about it is that when you are working in situations like this, when you're going through situations like this, you know, it's important to acknowledge your losses. You get what I'm saying? The way I like to think about it is, if you ever want to know what a liar looks like, if you want to be able to detect a liar right away, listen to the stories they tell. And if they're always winning in the story, more often than not, they're lying. You know what I mean? Yes, they may want to pump you up, they might want to encourage you, they may want to influence you in a certain direction. But there is no winning without losses. You know what I mean? Everybody that goes to bat, they're going to swing and miss quite a few times before they get a base hit, before they get a double, and even more important, before they hit a home run. I hope I'm making sense of what I'm saying. So you can always look at the one that's in the stories and the stories they tell. The important thing about this life that we live and everything, and acknowledging being able that you have to lose in order to win, is to just come to grips with yourself and who you are. You get what I mean? Here I am, almost age 50, you know what I mean? And I remember thinking back once upon a time that I wouldn't make it past the age of 21, or really the age of 23 seemed to be a difficult time, where two of the most influential, or two people that I looked up to and looked down to, the one the mentor, one I aspired to be. At the age of 23, they both died. You know what I mean? One of them was larger than life in the streets of my city where I grew up at. The other one was younger than me and growing up wanting to be on that level. You know what I'm saying? Both of them killed at the age of 23. You know what I'm saying? There's lessons to be learned in both of their lives. I've learned quite a few lessons in both their lives. Maybe in future episodes when we talk about a little bit more, who knows? But understand what I'm saying. We have to lose to win. Sometimes other people lose in order for us to win. I hope I'm making sense to somebody out there. You know what I mean? On that note, like I said, I've been through the street life before. I've hustled and everything else. Never claimed to be a gangster or whatnot, but I've done some gangster things. You know what I mean? I've lived a portion of that life. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way that it was. You know what I mean? But on the flip side, though, I've never been a sucker neither. You know what I mean? I may have been licked before. You know what I mean? Licked meaning being played or whatnot before, but not just no all-out sucker or whatnot. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, you can go to my first video, and we talk about that as well. So, a goal that I've had for quite some time now, since the pandemic, is that I did want to have a good woman in my life or whatnot. Being in the pandemic, being secluded and alone, you understand what I'm saying? You start to realize that, you know what, something is missing. You know what I mean? And I'm just thankful for other mentors, other people who lived a life and made it through and are living and thriving now. Photographer Joe Brown just comes to mind. You know what I mean? Why can I put his name in there? Because this is a good brother, you know what I'm saying? And he's one of those people that just gives advice unsolicited. You get what I'm saying? He just says something that makes sense and it resonates with you, you know what I mean? And just in us talking, he said God won't give you a woman, and he won't give a good woman to a good man. You understand? And that works vice versa, right? You know what I mean? And just for him to say that and to see how happy he and his wife seem to be in their marriage and everything is an inspiration. You understand what I'm saying? So now, just a shortcut, talk about when we talk about vision. Once upon a time, I had a vision to do one thing, and now you have a vision to have a great life with a great wife, right? And y'all be able to grow and live life together. You understand what I'm saying? So the truth in it all is that we may fail over and over, you know what I mean? Folks lie to you over and over, you know what I mean? Especially when you're looking for somebody of the opposite sex, but you have to keep going through it, you know what I mean? The church they say, or the Bible says, all things work for good for those who love the Lord. You understand what I'm saying? They're called according to his purpose. You know what I mean? The Lord's purpose is for a man and a woman to be married. I was going to say black man and black woman, but that's discriminatory. all men, all women ought to desire and want to have a spouse to live together with. All right. So my stories up until now, I just want to do a quick recap. You know what I mean? Because it seems to some people that everything I've shared is about losing. Well, if I was to share my successes, it might help.
Watch out.
But the losses,
shoulder ahead.
The losses is what, like I said, I can't stress this enough, help us to ultimately win. You understand what I'm saying? And the purpose of these videos is to share with other people who are trying to be good, trying to be better, and so forth. Like me, I don't claim to be good necessarily, but I'm trying to be, I'm striving to be, right? And I'm not there yet, but I just keep on reaching. Every day that I wake up, I reach a little bit more, reach a little bit further, reach a little bit further. You get what I'm saying? So let's just jump into it. First video was about me and Mamacita, you know what I mean? A lady that I met at the store, and I call her Mamacita because she was a Latina lady, a beautiful Latina lady, I should say. Hit and miss, you know what I mean? Try to reach out to her. Nothing has happened yet, you know what I mean? I haven't seen her no more since that video, you know what I mean? I got quite a bit of good advice, and that's cool. Who knows what the future might bring, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not tripping. But that video led into the next video, which was definition of a good man, which was basically the description intro to this series of Short Talk podcast. And the reason why is because on the Mamacita video, people saying, Ryan, you're a good man, you're this and that, you know, don't settle for less and everything else. And I said, wow, it went from just being a dilemma to the dilemma of a good man. And there we are. We're up now to this being, I believe, episode 7. All right. The next one, I talked about dating and save the dating and why, as a young man, particularly the age of 23 and things like that, dating wasn't even desired. You know what I mean? Relations were desired, right? Getting with a girl at the hotel or whatever was desired. And it was much easier to have relations than it was a relationship. But as we get older, you know what I mean? Things have kind of changed. You understand what I'm saying? So that's just the way that it was. The next video, I talked about a young lady who I liked for quite some time or whatnot. Asked for a phone number. She said no. Second time around, she said yeah. But in talking to her, she made a comment about, you know, I can tell that you're a good man and everything. It almost came across as sarcastic. But then again, if I would have asked her about it, she probably would have said it wasn't. But, you know, sometimes you have to use your intuition. You know what I mean? Intuitives can take you a long way. Intuitive can take you a very long way. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, I had to be wary of what was said and whatever, and then start paying attention to action. You know what I'm saying? I think Tupac probably said it the best when he said, you can run the red light. Sometimes people, you know, we zoom right past that kind of thing. They call them red flags nowadays, but Tupac said that you can run the red lights, but you got to read the street signs. You understand what I'm saying? And not long after that, I ran into a mutual acquaintance who, just in general, they was talking about me, you know, DJing a party. I said, well, you know, you could have got your number from your girl, such and such. He said, oh, no, she be drunk and stuff all the time. Nah, she ain't, I wasn't going to go to her. I'm coming to you. There you go. You know what I mean? That was the answer to the way I feel. And I know how some people are saying, well, if that's the case, she may drink and she may smoke. What they got to do with you? It doesn't have anything to do with me, but I don't necessarily have to deal with that, okay? That's just my prerogative. That's just the way I feel about it. I'm not knocking anybody. She's still fine as she want to be and everything else. But in the meantime, between time, the two of us are not on the same page. Remember, you have to lose to win. I've been through situations like that, dealt with people in those situations, and I just choose not to do so at this time. Nothing against her. Got love for her and everything else, but that's just the way it is. The next one was intentionally intentional. I talked about another young lady who I'll let her know what my intentions was from the very beginning. And over time, the Lord didn't reveal the same thing to her. You understand what I'm saying? And that's cool. You know, she supported me throughout the years and everything else. And I appreciate that. I appreciate her. Got love for her as well. But that's just the way that it is. It's important for good men and good women to be intentional about what it is. Some people saying dating with good intention. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, make sure that you're clear about what it was, or what it is that you want. After that was best friends forever. Just a quick update about that as I bring this video to a close. Just to let y'all know, my best friend, you know, this lady was just so magnificent. You know, the kind of person, we had a great relationship to whereas she would stop and pray in the middle of a store for me when I was going through some things, you know what I mean? And I would do the same thing for her, you know what I mean? The update is that we're still friends, you know what I mean? Are we where we were back then? No, but I did reach out, and you know, we just reconnected like almost as if nothing ever happened. But again, we haven't got to that other level yet. So look, this is the close of this one. Just remember, as you grow through things, as you go through things, that you have to lose in order to win. A loss is not a loss. A loss is just the precursor to a win. So until the next time, y'all take care. God bless. Be sure to share the video, like, comment, whatever else. And also, if there's any topics that you want to talk about, you can hit me by phone. You can, those that have my number, you can inbox me or whatever, and we could talk about some things. Also, you can email me, DjRon7573@yahoo.com. For booking info is also available. So look, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. It's a beautiful day today, and I appreciate y'all. Take care, those always. God bless.